Hola. We're gonna pick up where we left off last time. So let's start. The relationship of India to Britain was and continues to be a complex one, eliciting a variety of responses on each side. At base, Britain was an occupying foreign power. The British had displaced other European powers in the race to dominate India, but had also displayed the Mughals, the previously successful conquerors. Displaced, I'm sorry. 12 years before Gandhi's birth, the 1857 mutiny of Indian troops had aimed to expel the British and to reinstall the decadent Mughal emperor, though the former was a more clearly defined aim than the latter. The mutiny had been sparked by rumors that rifle cartridges, the ends of which had to be bitten off, had been prepared with the use of pork or beef tallow, and so were taboo to Muslims and Hindus respectively. This rumor and others, including that cookhouse flour had somewhat improbably been contaminated with cow and pig bone meal, found a ready audience in resentful soldiers who had previously mutinied over other matters. Those who spread the rumors had succeeded in uniting India's Hindu and Muslim populations in a common cause of complaint. This was the grail of nationalist agitations that was never again to be so firmly grasped. Gandhi was one of many who failed to unite the religions of India into anti-British feeling except for very short periods. After the 1857 rebellion had been suppressed, the British Crown took direct control of the nation under a viceroy appointed by the Queen. The British gained an Indian market for goods, particularly cotton. There were jobs for British expatriates, especially for those of ability but limited means, to run the railways, to build roads and bridges, and to become officers in the army. By 1930, there were some 7,500 British officials drawing 3.5 to 4 million euros in pensions from Indian revenue. India supplied a vast standing army and massive reserves of volunteers who could be called upon to go anywhere in the empire to defend British interests. India gained relative internal peace, post, road and rail systems and other infrastructure, and a continually developing administrative and legal system. The disparity between what these two nations gained from the relationship is obvious. Once India had its functioning infrastructure, there was no more need for the imperial power. For Britain, however, there was no end in sight to the need for money, a market and an imperial army. The vast majority of Indians who were engaged in agricultural work had no more contact with the British than they had with their own princes. Patterns of village life were woven without much reference to the rulers. Indian reactions to British among the middle class varied widely from violent antipathy at one extreme to a loyalty that extended to adopting British manners, dress and attitudes at the other. Most were selective, as was Gandhi in the 1880s, taking what seemed valuable from Britain in terms of modernity but also largely maintaining religious and social traditions. The long-standing lesson of the 1857 mutiny was that violence would not succeed in expelling the British, who would always be militarily stronger. Gandhi was always an Indian nationalist. What he eventually brought to the scene was a uniquely Gandhian approach to nationalism that had been crafted over the 26 years he spent out of India, excepting short periods, after he first left the subcontinent's shores in 1888. At this time, adopting Western ways along Western education was still the way forward. London lessons. Oh man, no, I'm sick. I can't continue. We'll pick this up sometime later.